Hi, I have a trick for mismag822's contest number 7. He said no gimmick cards. I don't have any gimmick cards. All I have is a rubber band. I hope that's okay. But here's my trick. So you ask the spectator to pick a card. The spectator picks the 10 of clubs. You put the 10 of clubs on top, and you shuffle. And until the spectator is satisfied. Okay, you see. If he says he's satisfied, put the rubber band on. So then you say, okay, is this your card? And the spectator should say no, because that's not his card. So you flip over their card, the card that they said no to, and you put it in the deck. Then you say, I'm going to cut the deck randomly and spin and put the deck on the bottom. So now all the cards are face down. Then you say your card is going to reveal itself to us somehow. And you drop the deck, and if you didn't see that, the card actually just spun out, and that's their card. This is how you do the trick. You don't need any kind of setup. You don't need gimmick card, normal deck of cards. All you need is a rubber band. And I suggest for this rubber band, when you put it around the deck is kind of tight for the first couple times, and you'll see why in a little bit. But I've actually used hair ties from my friends because when I was doing the trick, I had no rubber band, and I knew I was pretty good at the trick, so I figured out I figured I still could do it with the thing, and it actually worked out well. But I would suggest a tight rubber band. Okay, so you ask the spectator to pick a card. He picks the 8 of hearts. Okay, you put it on top. You could do any false kind of shuffle. You could just whatever, a false cut, anything you know, just to maintain that card to the top of the deck. You can do anything, and it's still right there. Okay, the 8 of hearts. Okay, so then you put the rubber band on when they say, okay, I'm satisfied that you shuffled. But the thing is, do not give them the deck to shuffle. But don't say that don't say I'm not gonna give you the deck. Just say I'm gonna shuffle, and tell me when you're satisfied. Okay, and then you flip over a card. You actually flip over 2 cards with a double lift. So when you put the rubber band on, their card is actually the first card. So, but they think you shuffled, so they don't know that. So, and when you put the rubber band on, I suggest putting it a little higher, because if it's a tight rubber band, you actually have some pressure on the top, like actually it feels like someone's pinching the top of the deck if it's a tight rubber band, and the cards in the back actually spread out a little more, so when you do a double lift, it's so much easier. So I suggest putting the rubber band away from you, but not too far. But so then you do a double lift, 2 cards, and you show them that card, and obviously they're gonna say that's not my card. So you flip over the deck, and you pull out the card they said no to, and you put it back in the deck. But you still have their 8 of hearts in the bottom. See, so but don't show them that. So 8 of hearts still on the bottom. Then you say I'm gonna cut the deck. You cut the deck like this. You can even say, okay, I'm gonna riffle through and tell them to stop, and they say stop. You cut the deck, and then you spin the card that you just took off the other deck, and now it's like that, and you've put it on the bottom. So now all the cards are the same way. That's what they think, except there's only one card. It actually could fall out, this card, so be careful. So this card, their card, is actually in between the 2 rubber bands, so it makes a thing so it could shoot out. And if you could, without the spectator seeing, actually spread the deck, not the deck, spread the rubber bands further apart, because then it has a nice effect. It actually shoots out more. And then all you do is pretty much drop the deck. Either you could drop it or spin the deck out, like spin the top and the card flips out. But I suggest dropping it, because when you drop it, the spectator doesn't really notice anything different. But if you spin it, as he notices you spinning, and then it might come out like different. But if you just drop it, their card either does that or it shoots out at them, which is a nice effect. So that's my trick.